Hour of the Wolf Review, air date December 12th, 2022, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Take one. I'm Dan Persons, and this is my Hour of the Wolf Review. I've got nothing to go on in saying this, just gut intuition that Guillermo del Toro has pulled one over on Netflix. The network possibly greenlit his interpretation of Pinocchio, which, yes, is now running on Netflix, thinking that they'd be getting some kind of Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas for the 2022 holiday season. You know, something that the whole family could watch, macabre, but not so much that the little ones would freak out. Instead, they got a tale transported from the 19th century to 20th century fascist Italy, a pleasure island transformed into a military training camp for kids. At one point, the kids don gas masks that make them look vaguely like donkeys, and a guest appearance by Benito Mussolini. And upon reflection, how could you not expect that of the guy behind The Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth? To be clear, this is not an adults-only Pinocchio. There are some poop jokes, but they're well within juvenile parameters. The themes, though, are a bit deeper than you get in a quote-unquote kids film. Aside from glancing askance at war and fascism, Del Toro, who co-directed with seasoned animator Mark Gustafson and co-wrote with ruminative animation vet Patrick McHale, looks at the nature of mortality and the value of a life well lived. It's admittedly a glancing examination. There's a time aspect that could have been better explored, as Pinocchio repeatedly dies and spends a progressively longer period reincarnating. But that's a minor glitch. The fact is that Del Toro takes a well-worn template and makes it something particularly distinctive and compelling. The animation is well done with some particularly entrancing designs for the cherubim-like wood sprite who brings Pinocchio to life and her sphinx-like sister, Death, both voiced by Tilda Swinton. Lots of great voice talent in here, by the way. Pinocchio, voiced by Gregory Mann, is not the impulsive tool of what I understand is found in the original Carlo Collodi book, nor is quite as cloying as the Disney original. He starts out a little creepy as he's getting used to his new body, but then quickly transitions into a cleverly too enthusiastic by half innocent, kind of like he's channeling the energy and occasional destructiveness of a 2-year-old. I am admittedly still processing Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. It's not as hardcore as his more adult fantasies, but also an odd fit as a family film. I suspect there won't be any young children who'll be traumatized by it, but they may be a little confused by all the fascism and war stuff. I kind of loved it, though. It's its own thing, and an entrancing thing it is, at that. Thank you for listening. If you want to write me, send that email to hotwolfreviews@upstartcompany.com. And remember, if you love science fiction, fantasy, enchantment, and the imagination, listen to Jim Freund's Hour of the Wolf, most every Monday at 9 p.m. ET on WBAI 99.5 FM in New York, and streaming on WBAI.org or through TuneIn. The Hour of the Wolf Reviews is produced by me, Dan Persons, recorded at the studios of Upstart Company, and is an Hour of the Wolf production. Take care.